Holy Jesus, Holy Jesus, my life brings praise to Jesus. Holy Jesus, oh, you are my peace. You calm my heart. You stay so close. You never part. Holy Jesus, Holy Jesus, my heart sings. Holy Jesus. You are my You are my hope. You are my song. You hold my days. You hold my days. You are my hope. You are my song. You hold my days. You are my hope. You are my song. You hold my days. You make me strong. Holy Jesus. Holy Jesus. My heart sings. Holy Jesus. Holy Jesus. My life brings praise to Jesus. Holy Jesus. Oh, you are my peace. You calm my heart. You stay so close. You never part. Holy Jesus. Holy Jesus. My heart sings. Holy Jesus. Holy Jesus. My life brings praise to Jesus. Holy Jesus.
Alrighty, so welcome. I got the new church swag on, and so excited. We trying to test out the new shirts. They feel pretty good, nice and stretchy. So we'll see how it holds up in the wash. But so good to see everybody. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Stephanie. Let me come over and do attendance. And we're going to be doing some reviews, and we're going to be taking breaks in between for you guys to do presentations, and I'll explain that in a second. But first, let me get attendance locked in here. Stephanie says she likes it. Awesome. There, you can get them right through the website. I hadn't washed them yet. Brianna said she washed them and hers got a little lighter. Nikki said she was delicate with hers and it was okay. This is a brand new vendor. This isn't the shirts, the vendor we've been using. So we're just buying them and testing them out, seeing how they wear. Okay, alrighty. So I think I got everybody locked in today. So I want to make this now. I was debating on whether doing this on Zoom or not. So we're going to do a couple different things. We're going to review what we were doing last week, and I'm gonna get you guys to interact and, like I said, do some presentations with it. You can do it, or I'm reluctant to have your avatar do it. So I think you better do it that way. Make sure that it's coming out of your brain. About what we did last week. Everyone should have their teachable machine and all of that stuff up as well. But we're going to have a great class, a lot going on. And if you were here last week, you saw everything going on. So I started to do this on Zoom so we could do the presentations and just kind of have the more face-to-face interaction, but you're doing presentations, so we won't need it. Okay, so got attendance knocked out. Wearing the new church shirts. My father-in-law bought me a watch because I don't wear watches, so he bought me a watch. So just like, all right. So I'm feeling good today. Got a chance to do. I was on the radio, just left the radio station. So if you want to check me out, it's AM 630. They live streamed it on their Facebook page. It's a big radio station. And it'll be broadcasting on their channel 2 or 3 different times. So it's a big nationwide station. So pray that somebody listens to the radio broadcast and finds Jesus. All right. So let's jump in, guys. I don't see anybody posting their motivations. So my motivation for you would be simple. Never, ever give up. And this is what I mean. Life will always want you to be less than what you can be. And this is what I mean by life will always want you to be less than what you can be. Jeremiah 29:11, you hear me quote it all the time. God has a plan. He created you for a reason. The word says he created you before you were in your mother's womb. So what does that mean? That means before you were created, God had a plan for you. Before you were created, God had a plan for you. The Bible says it was a good plan. If it's God's plan, it's a good plan. So they had a plan for you. And a good plan. Well, what messes up those good plans? Number one, us, right? We mess up the good plans. We veer off from the perfect. God has like his plan is perfect and flawless. His plan is perfect and flawless. And often we make excuses to why we don't want to follow his good, perfect and flawless plan. And, so we just kind of do our own things. But I tell you, if we follow it, it's beautiful. And if we fall off the horse, get back on the horse. God's perfect plan doesn't stop just because we messed it up. Okay? So what'll happen is we'll mess it up and we'll stay living in the mistake. We'll mess it up. We'll stop making a mistake, but then think we can't fulfill our destiny because we made a mistake. We'll let other people talk us out of living our destiny. There will always be, and I say this all the time, and I don't know if people grasp this. Your circle can make you or break you. And this is the motivation for the class. Your circle can make you or break you. If you are around a single person that talks about other people, do not fool yourself to thinking that they're not talking about you when you're not around. That's just a fact. We're going to be honest here. We're going to be honest. Do not fool yourself to thinking that they're not talking about you when you're not around. That's how evil works. You just think, oh, this is my homeboy, that's my homegirl. You must surround yourself with people that are leaning so far forward that if they fail, they would fall further forward. Right? Those type of people will keep your mind locked in the purpose, keep your mind locked into what God has for you, keep your mind locked into the next steps. You must surround yourself with people. And you can easily tell the wrong people. If they're talking about somebody, people that are pushing forward don't talk about people. They don't have to. They don't have to put someone else down to feel important or better. There's this thing. Let me see if I can remember it. And they kind of modified it for the business world. But it was, how did it go? Poor people talk about the past. Man, back in the day this happened, back in the day that happened, back in the day. And you could take it business, poor financially, you could take it spiritually, poor spiritually. They talk about the past. Back in the day, or this used to happen, or I used to be able to do this and that. You know, middle class people, they talk about the present. Hey, this is going on downtown, or this is going on right here, or did you hear what such and such did, or hey, they're doing this. But rich people talk about the future. You could take it as financially rich, or you could take it as spiritually rich. The rich people talk about the future. This is what we're doing. This is where we're headed. This is what I'm accomplishing. This is where I'm going. This is where we're leading. We're trying to build for this. We're praying to God and believing for that. Poor people talk about the past. Middle people talk about the present, but rich people talk about the future. Always do live in the future. Anybody talking about the past or talking about people in the present, that's not your circle. Those are people you should be giving Jesus to. All right. Stephanie says, surround yourself with people who, see, cut it off. Let's see. Some reason they cut it off. Surround yourself with people who believe in your dreams. Surround yourself with people who believe in your dreams, encourage ideas, support your ambitions, and bring out the best in you. Absolutely right. Nikki said, always do your best. What you plant now, you'll harvest later. OG Mandino. Okay, well, he's an OG, so you got to listen to him. All right, yeah. No, that's it. Okay. So we're going to hop on in and I want us to just recap some videos. And as we recap these videos, I want you to tell me, I want you to start putting in the chat the stuff that you remember from the videos. I'm going to have you we're going to take a lot of breaks, probably, I don't know, 4 to 6 breaks, 3 to 6 breaks today. And we're going to recap. I'm going to have a little target for you. I want you to shoot a video, put the link in the chat, and we're going to watch it. So that's how we're going to engage today instead of being in a Zoom where we can talk. Actually have you shoot a video. We're in the AI. We're techie people, so we're leaning into technology. So shooting a video. This is class time, so just like we're in class, so you need to be somewhere where you can be in class. This is class time. Wherever in the world we are, it is class time. And shoot a video, take 20, 30 minutes, shoot a video, upload it to YouTube, post a link in the comments, and we're going to watch it. So I'm going to walk through things and I'm going to ask specific questions like TSMC. You know, what is it? Why is it significant? Right? Why is Taiwan valuable? What do you see could be a pressure point there, right? So I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna pose questions. You can just take your phone out, shoot with it, or your laptop. If you're watching this on your phone, use your laptop camera to film, and or if you're watching this on your laptop, use your phone camera to film, or vice versa. However, upload your video to your YouTube channel that you made at the beginning of the year and post the link. And we're gonna have roughly 30 minutes per question, for you to accumulate your thoughts and record yourself and post it. And then we're going to come back and watch everyone's video. So your video doesn't have to be a half an hour, but you'll have a half an hour to film and upload your video. Okay. All right, so let's go. We're going to go back here. I don't know why half of my screen literally is missing. Don't know why this is doing this, but we're going to rock with it here. And I'm going to toss up our, hopefully you remember this. This first clip. All right, there we go. All righty. I'm going to get out the way here. All right. So you can't see me, but hopefully you can hear me. All righty. So let's listen to this first clip. We're going to not watch the whole thing because we've already watched these videos, but I'm going to play a little bit of it just as a refresher as we go into our first question. Can we do it on Google? Not sure how. This is going to be a live video. But okay, let me hush up and then we can get into a few minutes of the first video.
Chips with designs by ARM are inside nearly every smartphone, Apple computer, NVIDIA server rack, Amazon, Google, and Microsoft data center. Now, ARM's going to compete with most of these mega customers too, joining their ranks as a fabless chip company because it's now in a whole new business, making physical silicon.
It was really designed for the AGI era in that it's been incredibly low power, it's incredibly high performance, and it's sort of ruthlessly optimized.
This is ARM's new in-house central processing unit, ARM AGI, built specifically for power-efficient inference, with Meta as its initial customer.
It's just another option in the world for us, right? It's all about supply chain diversity.
For the first out chip to be embraced by Meta, I'll admit, I'm a little bit surprised. It's very tough to get the first chip right.
We're here in Austin, Texas for an exclusive first look at this brand new chip lab where ARM's making it happen.
We literally have a bunch of servers in there and people all around the world are logged into it and working on optimizing the silicon and getting it ready for our customers like Meta, customers like OpenAI, F5 Networks, SAP.
For more than 35 years, the UK-based chip design firm has been selling its architecture, or instruction sets, to almost all the largest chip makers and collecting royalties on every ARM-based chip too. It offers a lower power alternative to the traditional x86 PC and server architecture used by CPU giants Intel and AMD.
We really don't even know how we're going to power data centers that we're building in 2028 and 2029. And ARM is really good at low power at a specific performance level.
But what do ARM's top customers think of ARM becoming a competitor in the race to build the best AI chips? We talked to top leaders at Meta and ARM to find out, and asked why CPUs are having a renaissance as agentic AI takes off, and how the new ARM can succeed in such a crowded field of AI chip makers today. Before this new chip, ARM didn't make anything tangible, rather selling licenses to its core designs as an alternative to traditional x86 architecture, the instruction set that's dominated since Intel introduced it nearly 50 years ago.
x86 has been tried and true. It can run pretty much anything. What ARM has brought to the table with the royalties and licenses is you can just create the chip that you want with nothing else.
ARM rose quickly, from 12 founders working out of a turkey barn in Cambridge in 1990 to becoming the lead chip architecture in almost every mobile phone by the early 2000s, thanks to early deals with Apple and Texas Instruments. Then ARM broke into architecture for data center chips with the launch of its Neoverse platform in 2018. Amazon took it mainstream that same year when it launched its first custom processor, Graviton, based on ARM Neoverse. Mohammed Awad joined ARM in 2018 too.
There's been over 1.25 billion chips shipped into the data center based on Neoverse since we launched.
Neoverse gained traction as more and more hyperscalers got into custom silicon. By the time ARM went public for the second time, in 2023, it was the largest public offering in nearly 2 years. Its instruction sets, which are more customizable than x86, allow fabless chipmakers like Amazon, Google, and Microsoft to tailor their designs, integrating other ARM technologies like interconnect, memory support, and compute subsystems.
If ARM didn't exist, then all of those companies who have their own processors wouldn't be able to create their own.
ARM's long held the building blocks to make a CPU, so why choose now for its next big move?
In the agentic world, what we're seeing is that, you've got all these GPUs which are now firing off agents, and all those agents need to go off and execute. And it's the CPU that does the execution. Before it was people. People were the bottleneck in that process. But now with AI spawning all these agents, that bottleneck has been removed. And so the demand for CPUs to keep up with all that is really going through the roof.
ARM has been hinting at this for perhaps the last 4 earnings calls, over a year. This lab has been in the works for 18 plus months. Why is now the right time to launch?
One of the things that we always said was we were going to launch when we had the silicon back. We knew it was working well. We knew that we had strong customer demand. You think about all those tick boxes and we're there.
Congratulations on launching ARM's first data center chip.
Congratulations to ARM.
Congratulations.
Indeed, dozens of customers who license ARM's architecture to build their chips have publicly endorsed ARM's break-in to compete with them in physical silicon.
It's a $1 trillion market, and what we're seeing over and over again is actually our partners coming out and understanding and realizing this is actually great for the industry. Customers like AWS and Google and Microsoft and NVIDIA have all come out and said, hey, this is a good thing for the ecosystem.
At least 8 customers have already committed to purchasing ARM's new CPU. And about 50 of ARM's existing customers signaled support for the chip at the event where it was announced. Big names like NVIDIA, AWS, Google, Samsung, Broadcom, Microsoft, Micron, and TSMC. A lot of your customers have been supportive, not everybody. Where was Qualcomm today?
I think that's a question for Qualcomm. They've been a strong partner of ours in the past. I look forward to having a strong relationship with them in the future.
Qualcomm bases its flagship Snapdragon PC and smartphone processors on ARM, but it's working on an ARM-based server CPU that will compete with this one. And the two have traded lawsuits since 2022 over the right to make certain chips on ARM technology. How about AMD? How do you anticipate that reaction?
AMD is another great partner of ours. If you look at kind of some of the stuff that they're doing on the FPGA side, with Xilinx and some of the embedded platforms, those are all areas where we are very deeply engaged with AMD. And so I look to continue those strong partnerships with them.
I neither want to minimize nor maximize their potential entry into the merchant silicon market. I mean, we are going to run as fast as we possibly can to meet our customer requirements, and competition overall is a good thing. It keeps us on our toes and keeps us running very fast.
AMD is second only to Intel in server CPU market share. The inventor of x86, Intel also runs a foundry for manufacturing chips.
We obviously compete with Intel in some areas, but we partner with them in a bunch of areas as well. If you look at their IPU products, these are their networking products that go into managing the data center. They're all based on ARM. They're a licensee of ours. We've worked closely in the past and continue to work closely with Intel Foundry and looking for ways to partner with them in the future.
Hello.
Do you want to play with me?
Sure.
Alrighty, so I think do y'all remember that from last week? We're not going to do a video on ARM, but we are going to go over to Canvas and do a discussion. So if you want to move over to Canvas, and this is our first time doing a discussion in Canvas, and we're going to see how it's going to go. If it doesn't go well, we'll just go to our normal group and do the discussion there. So we're not going to do a video. I don't want you guys to do a video on ARM, but I do want to come over and go to Canvas. This is our very first time doing a discussion in Canvas and not in our own group. So we're going to see. All right, so come over to Canvas. Go to the week 17. Which is really week 17 after the weeks we were in our own app. Go over to discussion and hopefully it allows you to reply. And I want you to talk about ARM, your understanding of what it is, what ARM stands for, what it is, why it is so important. We know that Apple Silicon is basically ARM, right? Now, obviously, they get their stuff from TSMC, but it's ARM because it's not on x86, which is Intel architecture, right? Or AMD architecture, that x86 architecture. It's like it's a silicon-based architecture like ARM. So I want you to say what it is. So let me just come over here to the main menu. All right, so I want you to tell me what it is, why it's important. Why would ARM risk, they make chips for other people. Why would they risk taking off NVIDIA, right? Big billion-dollar buyer. Why would they risk upsetting NVIDIA to make their own chips? So give me a really good discussion, maybe 3 paragraphs or more, really detailed about what is ARM, what's your understanding of ARM, and why is ARM significant in this AI and chipset intensive world. Okay, so let's move over to Canvas. We'll have a discussion over there, and then we'll be back in about maybe 15-20 minutes. So let's discuss over there, and then we're going to come back and we'll move on from ARM to the stuff we'll be making videos about. All right. See you in Canvas.
You are my hope, you are my song, you hold my days, you make me strong. Holy Jesus, holy Jesus, my heart sings. Holy Jesus, holy Jesus, my life brings praise to Jesus. Holy Jesus, oh, you are my peace, you calm my heart, you stay so close, you never part. Holy Jesus, holy Jesus, my heart sings. Holy Jesus. You are my hope. You are my hope. You are my hope. You You are my hope. You are my soul. 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 You are my You are my hope. You are my hope. You are my You are my hope. You are my soul. You hold my days. You hold my days. You are my hope. You are my soul. You hold my days. You are my hope. You are my song. You hold my days. You make me strong. Holy Jesus. Holy Jesus. My heart sings. Holy Jesus. Holy Jesus. My life brings praise to Jesus. Holy Jesus. Oh, you are my peace. You calm my heart. You stay so close. You never part. Only Jesus. Only Jesus. My heart sings. You are my home. You are my home.
Hey, I'm not seeing at any activity in the discussion group. So, anyone who wants to like what they're going to post in the discussion on what it was, I put it to the post. So, what? No, why it's important. Right? Who is technically why important? What connection to see is that a little my up and I'm trying to find my on this break. Uh, and says they have a hard time. Okay. No, that's why I'm looking over. Okay. Alrighty. How's that? Is that better? How's that sounding? I plugged in my phone on the phone to charge it into the computer, and I think that okay, awesome. Sorry about that. Actually this is the church phone. I plugged it in to charge it. Forgot to plug it in, and it was dead. So if anybody was calling, the phone was dead. So the church phone was dead. So I plugged it in, but I plugged it into my computer, and I think it started messing up my audio. Don't know why. Shouldn't do that, but for some reason it did. All right, but I just unplugged it. Audio's back. All right. So I don't see anybody in the discussion. I'm assuming that you guys are still working on it. So I created a discussion group, Geopolitics, Semiconductors, Taiwan, and the Future of Artificial Intelligence is the name of the discussion. And under that discussion, I just put an ARM thread that says, who is ARM? What is ARM technology? Why is it important? What is the connection to AI? And so it is in there now as well. And so hopefully that gives you a little guide of what I'm looking for. Yeah. So hopefully you're able to reply to that specific thread and move on from there. Alrighty, so once you give maybe 10 more minutes to get into Canvas and do the ARM discussion, and then we're going to move on to our next video. All right, so give 10 more minutes, and then we got to move on. We got to keep it moving because we got the videos to do, and I want to give you guys at least a half an hour per video to shoot it, your thoughts, upload it, and post it. Okay. All right, so let's do 10 more minutes. Let's just make sure that we're answering the question in Canvas. Thoughts on ARM. Who is ARM? What is ARM? Why is it important? What's the significance to AI? Okay. All right, Stephanie, did you have a question, Stephanie? And is my audio good? Can everybody still understand me? Are we good on audio here? Okay, Nikki says audio is fine. Awesome. Alrighty. Stephanie says audio is fine. Awesome. Okay. Stephanie said, wait, did you have a question, Stephanie? Oh, were you talking to me or were you talking to Simon? I think you might have been talking to Simon. Alrighty. So 10 more minutes and then I'm going to read through your replies. So just go into the classroom and make sure you reply in the discussion board. First time using discussion boards, so we're going to see how this goes. If it doesn't go well, we'll just use our digital classroom, our GSE digital classroom. Okay. All right, so let's take, so where's the ARM threat? So you should see it under week 17. So if you go to week 17, there's only one thing in week 17, and that is it. Okay, you don't see it. Let's make sure I published it. Let's see if it's in there. Okay, it says I published it. All right, so make sure, did I put it in the wrong class? Is this AI for Business? Okay, so I am in the right class. I have done that before, where I have posted one class's work in another class, so I'm not above it. But actually, this time I actually posted the right work in the correct class. Okay. All right, here we go. So yeah, you should see week 17 and see discussion. Or if you just click on discussions, you should just see discussion as well. You should just be able, you should have a tab that just says discussions, and you should be able to just click on discussions and roll from there. So when you open up discussions, it is just a discussion board. Okay, I see yours came through, Nikki. All right, boom, I got you. I see you, Nikki. Yours came through. Nikki, how did you find it? Was it just under week 17? Because what I see is different than you guys, so sometimes it's hard for me to coach you on where to find it, just because what I see is I don't see what you guys see, and you guys don't see what I see. So, Nikki, can you put in the chat how you got to the discussion? Because on mine it's just under week 17, and it's just a discussion. It just says discussion with the title, Geopolitics, Semiconductors, Taiwan, and the Future of Artificial Intelligence. So it just has a discussion name. And then under the discussion, oh, she said she just clicked on discussion. Yeah, that's a fast, easy way to do it. Yeah, you can just hit the discussions button. You don't even have to go to week 17. You can just hit the discussions button, and then just hit what we were talking about. I think that was the first time I hit the discussions button. Okay, I see you guys had some discussions rolling in there already. I guess you guys can create your own discussions. All right, cool. I didn't know that. There we go. All right, but at the top discussion, you should see the geopolitics. There is just one question. If you click on the discussions, you'll see where I posted thoughts on ARM. Who is ARM? What is ARM? Why is it important? And then you can just reply to those, reply to that comment with your paragraphs or your thoughts. So go to discussions, click on the discussions. You'll see Nikki's discussion. You'll see my discussion. I don't think I can pin it to the top. But anyway, you'll see, you can just go to my comment and you can just see it. And you can reply to the thread. You can, either way, you can reply to just the thread as a whole, or you can reply to the questions. It doesn't matter. All right, so while you guys are posting, I'm going to read Nikki's. It says, ARM is a British company, and the acronym means Acorn Risk, or RISC machine. It is now more known as a company offering silicon products on their computing platforms. ARM powers chips and AI chips and AI in products such as our wireless phones, laptops, cameras, etc. ARM owns the idea of the hardware that powers AI technology, while NVIDIA owns the patent. So ARM doesn't, we say they make chips. They recently started making chips. They really just made the technology and own the artificial intelligence. So think about this, becoming a billionaire by never selling a product. You just come up with an idea, people use your idea, and you become a multi-billionaire. You never produced a single thing. Crazy. Now for the first time they're actually producing something, but they just own the intellectual property. All right. ARM powers chips and AI products such as wireless phones, laptops, cameras, etc. ARM owns the idea of the hardware that powers AI technology, while NVIDIA owns the patents. ARM has gone from just being the one to do the architecture of AI-powered hardware to being a maker. And then the video showed Austin, Texas, one of their plants. Okay. Now, was it Austin, Texas, where they're making chips for the first time? I forget. Yeah, I guess it was Austin. Yeah, they're right up the road, man. The world is changing right here from Texas. Tesla's here. ARM is here. The world is changing. Actually, TSMC is here. Aren't they in Texas too? No, they're Arizona. Yeah, Arizona. All right, we'll give 2 more minutes and then we're gonna move on. Yeah, I just pulled it up and read the credits, and it was reading the credits, and it was like showing that they're in Austin. So yeah, no, super cool. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on. Oh, I see you in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this one because you got the other one posted under there. All right, good question. Yeah, so we need to dig into ARM. Nikki said she's excited to learn how it works and how it powers her cell phone. We need to watch a video on transistors and really dig into how transistors work, and it'll help. Simon says he still can't find it. Just click on discussions in Canvas and you should see it. Alrighty, so let's move on to the next video. If you hadn't found it, that is totally fine. Just go click in discussions and copy and paste it in the discussions. This is also where we're going to copy and paste in the YouTube links. You can copy and paste it in discussions as well, and I'll pull it up. So you don't have to post it in the thread. You can post it in the discussion. All right. I love my Mac, but one thing I hate is this, like,
More
the bar.
unrest in Iran. People are protesting the...
This hides, and then it's like a fight to try to get it to come back. We can click on the next thing. Okay. All right. So Taiwan, our next one is going to be, why is Taiwan so critical? So let me put that in the discussion. Why is Taiwan so critical? And I do want you to make a video about this one. I'm gonna give you 30 minutes, and it doesn't have to be a 30-minute video. I'm just give you 30 minutes to gather your thoughts and make the video. I want your videos to be really, really good when it comes to Taiwan. So I'm gonna make another discussion post here, and you can add in text along with your video. I'm gonna just say, what's the deal with Taiwan? One, why is it so important? Questions I want you to answer in your video. 2, why does China want it? 3, we learned about Japan wanting to protect it. Why is Japan willing to protect it? And not just Japan. US, of course, as well. How do we believe it became so critical? E.g., All right, and 5. Okay. All right. So 5 questions. Created a new, under the same discussion thread, I created a new comment. What's the deal with Taiwan? You can post your answers and your videos there. So we're going to watch a little bit of this video and maybe a little bit of the next one. Okay, so we'll probably watch a little bit of this one and a little bit of the next one. So we'll watch a few minutes just to refresh you guys' memories on each one of these videos. Okay, so let me go vamoose and let's go here.
More unrest in Iran. People are protesting the current regime. President Trump now threatening to intervene if Tehran kills any of the peaceful protesters. Congressman Carlos Jimenez, Republican from Florida, joins me now. Great.
Around the world, that will determine whether.
Florida, Congressman.
1960s. People were
pretty much akin when they're caught. Money. That you know, I don't believe that people inside government, maybe even.
All right, this was a long newscast, but it was just talking about China potentially invading Taiwan, but I don't want us to scroll through this whole video looking for it. All right, so we're just going to move on to the next video.
For battle. This is what Beijing wants to show the world. With each military drill, China is drawing ever closer circles around Taiwan. China has a clear goal to gain control over the island.
China will surely be reunified.
Are you willing to get involved militarily to defend Taiwan if it comes to that?
Yes, that's the commitment we made.
The United States is building up its military presence in the region and is practicing how to sink Chinese ships.
We're not going to come to an agreement over Taiwan.
Wait for the unification to be achieved. Peacefully, I hope. Non-peacefully, I dread.
But why are these two superpowers so fixated on Taiwan? What's in it for China and the US? And how do people in Taiwan feel about it?
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
All right, no Base 44 commercials today.
It's Taiwan's location that makes it a geopolitical flashpoint. Taiwan has 23 million inhabitants, and its main island lies only 130 kilometers away from China's mainland. These tiny islands right off the coast are also under Taiwanese control. And Chinese military drills around the whole of Taiwan are getting bigger and more frequent. In recent videos released by China's People's Liberation Army, Beijing has threatened to encircle the island. It sees Taiwan as part of its territory and says it's ready to use force if necessary to get it back. We'll talk more about the history and Taiwan's status later. For now, you need to know that in the late 1940s, there was a civil war in China between communists and nationalists. The communists won and took control of mainland China. And the nationalists fled to Taiwan. That laid the groundwork for today's tensions. The US has an ambiguous policy towards Taiwan. Since the late 1970s, it's recognized Communist Beijing as the only legitimate government of China. but it has informal ties with Taiwan and is seen as the island's protector. Okay, let's go back to the map to understand why the US and China can't quit Taiwan. In some ways, Taiwan's strategic importance is about 3 choke points around the island. To the west, there's the Taiwan Strait. It's a key trade route for both Beijing and Taiwan, and also for everybody else. Almost all the world's biggest container ships pass through here. To the north, the Miyako Strait. It runs between Taiwan and these Japanese islands. And in the south, the Bashi Strait. It runs between Taiwan and the Philippines. For China, these two.
Okay, so a little bit about China. Hopefully that refreshes your memory from what you watched. Refresh a little bit on this video
Japan's
here.
Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi has triggered a diplomatic spat with Beijing after saying that a hypothetical Chinese attack on Taiwan could trigger a military response from Tokyo. Here's what we know. Takaichi was asked by an opposition lawmaker in parliament about, quote, survival-threatening situations, a legal term that allows Japan's premiers to deploy the country's self-defense forces. In response, she gave an example that an attempt to bring Taiwan completely under the control of Beijing, using battleships and military force, could constitute such a situation. She later added that an attack on U.S. warships sent to break any Chinese blockade on Taiwan could require Tokyo to intervene militarily to defend itself and its ally. The survival-threatening situation was defined broadly in a controversial 2015 law that expanded the scope of when the pacifist country's military could act. The law was met with large protests at the time. Takaichi also infuriated Beijing by publicizing her meeting with a Taiwanese representative at a regional summit in Seoul in early November. China claims democratically governed Taiwan as its own territory and has not ruled out using force to take control of the island. Taiwan strongly objects to China's sovereignty claims and says only the island's people can decide their future. Takaichi's remarks triggered a threatening post from a Chinese diplomat in Japan, which wrote, quote, the dirty head that sticks itself in must be cut off. A Chinese foreign ministry spokesperson said Beijing lodged a formal protest against what it said was blatant interference in its internal affairs. Taiwan called the Chinese diplomat's remarks toward Takaichi disrespectful and impolite.
Okay. So hopefully that refreshes your memory about the stuff that we watched last week. So in the discussion, you'll see what's the deal with Taiwan? Why is it so important? Why does China want it? Why is Japan willing to protect it? You know, via military, via war. How do we believe Taiwan became so critical? Why wasn't stopgaps put in place before it became, this sole producer of chips? And what is happening in the world to correct this, right? So take 30 minutes. It is 7:16. Let's reconvene at 7:45. So 30 minutes to break out your phone or laptop or whatever you film with and create a video explaining, answering the questions that I posted. If you need to log out of your Canvas and log back in, do whatever you got to do on your end. But go make sure you get into discussions, look at the questions that I've posted, and make a video explaining your thoughts, as you answer those questions. Upload it to your YouTube channel that we made at the beginning of the year, and that you've been posting stuff in all year. And you can post it in Canvas as your reply, and we're going to watch it. Your video probably shouldn't be shorter than 5 minutes and probably shouldn't be longer than 10 minutes. It should be detailed, thorough, but no shorter than 5 minutes, no longer than 10 minutes. You have a half an hour. Okay. Well, let's do this. So I'll see you in 30 minutes, and we'll start playing back through your videos. Okay.
You are my hope, you are my song, you hold my days, you make me strong. Only Jesus, only Jesus, my only Jesus, only Jesus, my life brings praise to Jesus, only Jesus. You are my peace, you calm my heart, you stay so close, you never part. Only Jesus, only Jesus, my heart sings, only Jesus, only Jesus, my life brings praise to Jesus, only Jesus, I will trust you, I will trust you, I will trust you, only Jesus, only You are my hope, you are my hope, you are my hope. You are my hope, you are my hope, you are my hope, you are my hope, you are my You are my hope. You are my soul. You are my hope. You are my soul. You are my hope. You are my soul. You are my You are my hope. You are my hope. You are my You are my hope. You are my soul. You hold my days. You hold my days. You are my hope. You are my soul. You hold my days. You are my hope. You are my song. You hold my days. You make me strong. Holy Jesus. Holy Jesus. My heart sings. Holy Jesus. Holy Jesus. My life brings praise to Jesus. Holy Jesus. Oh, you are my peace. You calm my heart. You stay so close. You never part. Only Jesus. Only Jesus. My heart sings. Holy Jesus. You are my hope. 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 You You are my hope. You are my soul. 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 You are my You are my hope. You are my hope. You are my You are my hope. You are my soul. You hold my days. You hold my days. You are my hope. You are my soul. You hold my days. You are my hope. You are my song. You hold my days. You make me strong. Holy Jesus. Holy Jesus. My heart sings. Holy Jesus. Holy Jesus. My life brings praise to Jesus. Holy Jesus. Oh, you are my peace. You calm my heart. You stay so close. You never part. Holy are my hope. You 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 You are my hope. You are my soul. 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 You are my You are my hope. You are my hope. You are my You are my hope. You are my soul. You hold my days. You hold my days. You are my hope. You are my son. You hold my days. You are my hope. You are my song. You hold my days. You make me strong. Holy Jesus. Holy Jesus. My heart sings. Holy Jesus. Holy Jesus. My life brings praise to Jesus. Holy Jesus. Oh, you are my peace. You calm my heart. You stay so close. You never part. Only Jesus.
righty. We are back. All right, so I'm hopping in Canvas and I see Nikki's reply in ARM. I see where Stephanie looked like she attempted to reply, but there's no words. Under there's no words. So make sure you guys are copy and pasting for the first one under ARM, your actual response. And then under this new one, and I'll give you guys 15 more minutes. I know this is our first time working in Canvas discussions. So take that in consideration, and we'll give a little more time, maybe 15, 20 minutes for us to kind of figure out what's going on in Canvas. So make sure you copy your words, your reply for the ARM, reply to where it says thoughts on ARM, and paste in your response. And where it says what's the deal with Taiwan, paste in your response as well. And it has 5 questions I want you to respond. Now, the first one is just text. Thoughts on ARM is just text. What's the deal with Taiwan is your YouTube video link, which we'll watch. So let's take another 15 minutes. So we'll come back at, let's do 8:05. Okay, so give you guys a little extra time to kind of figure it out. All right, see you in a bit.
You are my hope, you are my song, you hold my days, you make me strong. Only Jesus, only Jesus, my only Jesus, only Jesus, my life brings praise to Jesus, only Jesus. You are my peace, you calm my heart, you stay so close, you never part. Only Jesus, only Jesus, my heart sings, only Jesus. You are my hope. 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 You You are my hope. You are my soul. 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 You are my You are my hope. You are my hope. You are my You are my hope. You are my soul. You hold my days. You hold my days. You are my hope. You are my son. You hold my days. You are my hope. You are my song. You hold my days. You make me strong. Holy Jesus. Holy Jesus. My heart sings. Holy Jesus. Holy Jesus. My life brings praise to Jesus. Holy Jesus. Oh, you are my peace. You calm my heart. You stay so close. You never part. Only You are my hope. 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 You are You are my hope. You are my soul. 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 You are my You are my hope. You are my hope. You are my You are my hope. You are my soul. You hold my days. You hold my days. You are my hope. You are my soul. You hold my days. You are my hope. You are my song. You hold my days. You make me strong. Holy Jesus. Holy Jesus. My heart sings. Holy Jesus.
righty, so hopefully everyone has their stuff up. We are going to be moving on to our next video. Let me pull up, well, actually, let's review. Let me go back here to discussions and review what we have so far. Actually, what I should have done is I should have switched the screens. That way I'm looking more, at least this way. So it looks like I'm looking more at you guys. So I'm going to switch the screens here. That's a little better. That way it looks more like I'm looking at least a little bit more at you. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot better. Okay. Alrighty. So let me come up here to discussions. Let's see what we have so far. All right, I see some people are having issues inputting it in discussions. Let's do it a different way. We'll make it just a normal assignment. That way it can upload as normal. You make it worth 200 points. Easy assignment. Let's see here. Alrighty, so if you had an issue putting it in discussion, don't worry about it. I'm just going to convert it into an assignment. And it'll just be much, much easier for you. Let's see here. Alrighty, so you'll just see it in assignments. So that should make it easier. I know some people were having issues with dropping it in discussions. Alrighty. And then the other video is about TSMC. Let's see here. Alrighty. Okay. All right, if you're back with us, go ahead and drop your name in the chat. If you can hear me okay, let me know. All right, so because so many people had issues posting in the discussion board, just made them assignments, just in-class assignments. So go ahead and post your video. Each one is just a free 200 points, which is a lot of points. That's worth more than some tests. So that's a easy way. If you need a grade pick me up, this is a good one. So both videos are in here. One is the what's the deal with Taiwan 5 to 10 minute video response. The other one is why does TSMC matter so much? Go ahead and take the remainder of the class period to work on those videos and to get those uploaded. Does anyone have any questions? Okay. All righty. We're also going to, guys, probably be streaming on the school's YouTube channel soon versus my YouTube channel. We needed 50 viewers, but we've to live stream from there, but we've kind of figured out a way to live stream to kind of a way around that. So be on the lookout soon for streaming via the school's YouTube channel. Alrighty, so make sure you check on Canvas for what your assignments, in-class assignments, and make sure that you get those in class. They're 200 points each. So if you need a grade bump, they are an incredible way to get a grade bump. To if you miss something or you're lacking on something, great way, especially as we go on into grading season and grading everything. So, all righty. If there are no questions, we'll pray out. And that'll be the end of the live stream, not the end of the class. Make sure that you have your videos, just a short 5-minute video answering the questions. If you had a issue with the posting in the discussion, don't worry about it. I just made them normal assignments for a grade, normal graded assignments. So you can post in the just a normal assignment as you would do. So no worries. Alrighty, so make sure you go into Canvas and post your videos. Once again, I know people had issues with the discussions, so I just made them assignments, graded assignments. So once your video, I see some videos are still uploading. Once your video is uploaded, take your YouTube URL and just like a normal video assignment. So post that in. There's one for what's the deal with Taiwan, and it's 200 points, which is worth more than, like I say, a lot of tests. And then there's a second video. Why does TSMC matter so much? Why is it so critical? Why is it so important? Okay. Make sure that you read the criteria for the videos, which is basically what I told you guys. But make sure you read anytime there's an assignment, make sure you read the criteria. That way you can get your full points. Okay. So I'm going through, brain's processing as I'm going through Canvas. Okay. So all of the videos, if you need to rewatch a video, you can go back to last week, week 16, and watch that video. And or it's a list of all of the videos if you need to watch something. And for your assignments, just post. There's 2 videos due today, the 5 to 10 minute video on Taiwan, and then your 5 to 10 minute video on TSMC and why does it matter so much. Alrighty. Yes, and if for full points you want to follow the criteria listed in the in Canvas, which is basically the questions that I've mentioned, and just make it no less than 5 minutes, no more than 10 minutes. And if you're answering all 5 questions, it's literally just 1 minute on each question. So if you're answering all 5 questions thoroughly, you're going to be closer to 10 minutes than you will be 5 minutes. So make sure you're answering every question thoroughly, okay, in your videos. Alrighty, let's go ahead and pray out. Like I said, it'll be the end of the live stream, but not the end of today's class. Make sure you knock those videos out during the class period so you can get your full credit. Okay, let's pray. Lord God, I just thank you for another incredible, amazing, wonderful class, Lord God. Let us absorb it. Let us learn from it, and let us go out and use it for the benefit of your kingdom and the world. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, if you have any questions, make sure to email me. and make sure to check Canvas and get those assignments knocked out. All right. Bless you guys. And I will still be online. Once again, end of the live stream, not the end of the class. I will still be online. I'll still be available via email, text. However, I will still be locked in. I'm still here in my office at school, at the church. So I am still here till 10 o'clock to the end of the period. So once again, end of the live stream, not the end of class. So I am still here to answer questions and if you have any about the assignments due today. All righty.
You are my hope, you are my song, you hold my days, you make me strong. Holy Jesus, holy Jesus, my Holy Jesus, Holy Jesus, my life brings praise to Jesus. Holy Jesus. You are my peace, you calm my heart, you stay so close, you never part. Holy Jesus, holy Jesus, my heart sings. you are.